Kidding. Welcome to the patio and welcome to my channel. My channel filled with all the things. I'm Dutchie. Welcome to the shenanigans. Happy Wednesday, wacky Wednesday. Gonna continue to do the projects on the table, story of my life, but it's okay. I'm seeing them wrap up. I did a bunch of stuff around the house. I still need to do a couple more chores on my list today. But I need a breather. Just had lunch, so that just like digesting it. Had a smoothie too, good times. Still have some smoothie because I don't want to overdo it, but anyways, hang out with me, vibe with me, chat with me. Please like and subscribe. Be a good human always. What up? Holy smokes. How are you? Oh my gosh. Long time. Where have you been? Tell me everything. Tell me what you want to tell me. Oh my gosh, happy Wednesday. Per usual, you need to be 18 plus, preferably 25 plus in here. Be a good human always. And please like and subscribe. Ta-da! Anyways, they gave you little paints for these in the box. But I don't know. We'll see what they look like when I open it. It could be very little small amounts of actual acrylic paint. I didn't read it on the box. But we'll see. Because I want it to last. And acrylic on Mod Podge is most likely to last for sure. Because sometimes they could be really cheap ass paint in these. You just really don't know. But we shall find out. What is up, dude? Long time. Hopefully, nothing too crazy. Anyways, got these birds done-ish yesterday. They look so cute. I tried to take a couple photos with them, but the thumbnail photos are like different on the camera, so sometimes it's like too zoomed in. Need to work on that. I usually just use the same thumbnail. Oh my gosh, that's insane. That's crazy. What? Because of the stuff before, the same stuff? Oh my gosh. Like, when did you get out? That's bananas. Excuse me. Let me see what these look like. Oh, they dried up. Real dried up. Look at this. Can't really tell, but... yeah, okay, I'm gonna use that. Cheap paint. Oh my gosh. You got out last night and new stuff. What the heck? That's insane. Hopefully all the worst is behind you now. I'm so sorry. Hopefully you're not doing crazy stuff either, though. These are all like literally dried up. What a joke. I'm not really shocked. I wasn't planning on using them, but if I could, I wasn't gonna waste it, but no. Maybe I could do these like glow in the dark. I do have glow in the dark paint. I'm gonna grab that. Hold on, I'm gonna grab the glow in the dark paint. There was some guy over here, probably from Craigslist, painting the bench, but he was just spray painting it. And that was one of the things that they said that they were paying for with dues. Like, I'm like, dude, it's literally spray paint. It costs like, I don't know, a few bucks a can. I was like, he's literally spray painting it. What up? How's it going, Simba? Happy Wednesday. How was Cinco de Mayo? How was your brother's birthday? Was it your older brother or your younger brother? Or are you the older, wiser brother? What up, Isaac? Isaac? Isaac. It's like mosaic. How old are you? Oh, you're the baby. So I wasn't saying that you weren't the not wiser brother. Let me grab that paint. The puppies just had like spa day. Literally gave them baths, brushed them, clipped their nails, washing their beds, taking a break, and then we'll resume cleaning. Okay, just making sure. Alright, I did get this, the glow-in-the-dark paint. But it's been around for a while. It looks kind of like not paint-like anymore. Slightly scary, but I could probably still use like the liquid stuff, so we'll see. But I'd like to see some stuff glow here at night. That'd be kind of cool. I don't know why I didn't think of that before. Another project on the table. Actually use this if I can still use it. It doesn't really look, I don't remember. I'm pretty sure it's like a paint. That doesn't look like paint anymore. How's everyone's day? I don't know what color I want to paint these. It's going to be outside, so maybe a darker color. Let me see. 1 second. There's like this like dark greenish color. I love this color, but I don't think I want to paint those that color. Maybe pink. It's not really dark, but that's good. I want it to like pop. I don't want it to like blend in on the table. And that color will blend in with the little flowers on the table that you guys probably can't see, but I want it to like stand out. Story of my life. I like things to be creatively bright. Younger me is like everything black. Wiser me is like bring the color in. Alright, I don't know. Got some cool things in nature today. I could do a mix of these, maybe a design or something. Is what paint, the table? The table has like, it was this like, really thick, I think it was wrapping paper, like from back in the day. And I got it years ago. Actually, it was, not wrapping paper, I lied, because I was like, I don't know, that would be from like the 20s. But it was like, what is it? I forget the name of it. It's like wallpaper. But it wasn't sticky anymore because it was very vintage like wallpaper, and I ended up using it to decor the table essentially, because out here it gets dirty sometimes, so it's like if it deteriorates, you know, I still have more, but it's actually lasted a really long time. Like I'm shocked. I don't think I've even replaced this one over here, and then I added it to this table, I don't know, last year. Good, Rice, how are you? You got some rice? I love me some rice. The food, you know. These I have not painted. These have been added to the table, so I don't know if I want to do colors that will blend in with that wallpaper essentially, because that green that I was looking at would definitely blend into that. Or do I just be like, Wazam, do any color? Because I thought about pink. Or maybe one of each. Thomas, where'd you go? Whoever's in the chat, say what up. I did this box yesterday. The box is looking real good. Probably a couple, maybe one more layer of paint. I always say that. One more layer of paint. And then some Mosh Posh. But this was my little sewing box before I extended my sewing skills. I still think I want to use it. Or maybe a tarot box. I was debating that while painting it yesterday. I don't know if my deck will fit in there though. I'll have to check. But don't worry, the projects are endless over here. I've gotten better, I swear, but there's definitely still projects to be done. Like this little duck. Love this duck. But he used to say welcome on it. It had a little mushroom, and the other side had said happy holidays. So they really didn't match, but whoever did it, like, you're expressing yourself. So do you, you know? But I kept it for years like that, never messed around with it. And then it had a bow as well for the holiday side. And I was thinking about a quote, maybe something that will quack everyone up. But I may just leave it like this. But I think he needs to go back to the like front door area. So, or he may live back here. I have no idea yet, but still needs some Mod Podge. He's just been hanging out over here. But I started retouching these things up. They look pretty good. There's still a couple things on these guys that need to be touched up. And then this one's still busted. He just got his shorts and his shoes done so far. But I'm really like, if something's not broken and shattered, and depending on where pieces are broken, I'm more likely to like keep it and repurpose it like this. Like it makes it like still have like that soul-filling purpose. And I like little things around like my house and my environment that kind of like tell a story in their own little way. So a revamp is much needed. These I'm really impressed with. They look totally different. The eyes I almost jacked up, but I was able to save them in time. And I think I'm just gonna kind of leave them alone. And leave it like that. I had another one in the garden, but his face got a little jacked up, so I was like, alright, you're done, but we'll paint up your brothers and sisters. Alright, so I think I'm gonna do one of each. Like, why not, right? So let's get this party started. I'll be in and out of the chat. Chat with me, vibe with me. The usual. I love this pink. I hope they don't get like super dirty fast, but I'll just paint them again. Oh my gosh. You got any more? No, I'm just kidding. No, they were not bakers by far. My dad was definitely way better than my mother. My mother would cook some weird stuff. Definitely that much. My dad was more of a like southern baker, but he got worse over time. My dad used to make the best gravy and biscuits. I'm talking about hands down the best. Oh, maybe I'll do the trims different on each one. He would make the best gravy and biscuits, and my best friend of like almost like 25 years, she still remembers them being the best too, but he ended up, the last time I saw him, he made gravy and biscuits and they were just like not, it wasn't the same. Maybe I was just like a really hungry kid. She was disappointed to hear that because she wasn't here, unfortunately, for it, and I didn't tell him that, so don't tell him. The food references. How's it going? How old are you? What's everyone doing today? The dogs got baths over here. They just like smell and feel so good. They're like spoiled rotten. I'm washing their beds, and every time I wash their beds, they're like, where do we lay? And I'm like, oh my gosh, so spoiled. I'm liking the pink. These actually hang. It gives you like some twine with it, but I don't think I'm gonna hang them. The wind pops off sometimes and I just don't want like a disaster once I fill them with soil. Oh, good Lord. I don't know. When people say that, I'm like, are we really just turning 19? Yeah, everything tastes good when you're a kid. Like, you're like a little dump truck. Everything. And then you never believe it when people are like, how do you eat that when you're a kid? And then you get older and your taste buds change. I'm like, yeah, it can be tough. So yeah, I'm not really sure if it was if it was good or not. We grew up eating a lot of fast food though. So as I've gotten wiser on my journey, I don't really care for it as much. I had pizza last weekend, like went out and bought pizza, and I have not done that in I don't even know how long. It was good, but it was just like, this is why I don't like do this much. It makes you appreciate like learning a little bit about cooking so you can make something that you know what's being put in it. Because healthy food like gives you like energy, you know, like not as healthy food like makes you go on like food coma and you just like literally are like tired and just want to sleep. Yeah, it's more rewarding to cook at home. It's more work. But if you think about it, wherever you may go fast food wise, like, of course, sometimes maybe you're in and out because it's fast food, but you're probably still like waiting. Like, I used to love me some Popeyes, but oh my gosh, every time I went to Popeyes, I'm like sitting there for like 30 minutes. And then Checkers was like that too, whenever I would go to Checkers. So I could have like already made like XYZ a couple of times, driving there, waiting, and then driving back. And once that food gets like cold, reheating it up is just like disgusting. It's not really an option, depending on what you're eating, but like a burger and fries, you could throw it in the oven. Sometimes I make fries, and if I make too many fries, I'll put the fries that I've made in a container, storage container or whatever, and warm them back up like the next day. But with fast food, things get so like slimy and ugh. I used to love me some Big Macs. There was a McDonald's in Nashville, like, it was a little before, a little after I graduated high school, but they would do $1 Big Macs. And when I would go visit, I told my best friend, you already know we're hitting up the Big Macs. But they, of course, ended up changing that, which was really sad. I'm like, take all my money. But I can make the Big Mac sauce at home. And that's something I value differently now, because it's really that sauce. Let me stop putting it down here. Let me put it over here. That's pretty good. Per usual, no before picture. That's what I do. Alright, I'll put this here for now. I'm gonna do orange. The orange. This reminds me of like volunteers. When I was a kid, you couldn't even pay me to wear that color. I lie, I had like some like lady volunteers shirts and stuff. But as I've gotten wiser, I enjoy it, but I wouldn't be like decked out in it. I actually saw it a few weeks back that someone had a volunteer car cover, and you could not miss that orange if you tried. I was like, oh. I'll take a picture and I sent it to my best friend. Bring this over here. Or this one should have been the donut one. That's funny. Oh, I just dipped it back in pink. Is that a sign? It does look like the donut. That's funny. Okay, let's think about what this one's starting to look like. The Simpsons really tells you a lot. I don't know if it's true or not, but supposedly they have a psychic on their team, and that's where they predict a lot of these things that happen, and that I may believe, because they be predicting some crazy stuff. Oh, this one has a little crack in it, but we'll work through it. Pretty sure this is like polymer clay, but it's definitely soaking up the paint a little bit more than I thought it would. So I'm hoping they last. We'll see. Yeah, don't go down a rabbit hole. They have predicted a lot of things. And there's a few things that they haven't been accurate about, but even when you get like a good reading from someone, typically a good reader will remind you that this may not happen tomorrow. It could be like something for the future. And at times people are wrong too that do like spiritual readings. It could just be like directing you to, because you're getting like this information, so to speak, from the other side, from higher power, whatever, the divine. But it's like they could be wrong, and it could be a timing thing, or it could happen like years down the road, and then it comes back to like, wait a minute. But I feel like a lot of people are like, oh, the Simpsons were wrong about XYZ, so they're wrong about it all. And I'm like, I've never been a huge fan of the Simpsons. One of my uncles was like obsessed growing up, but my dad didn't care for it, so it's not, I don't know if I wasn't like allowed to watch it, but I didn't watch it because of that. Lawn care's coming, by the way. I still think they predicted quite a bit though. I forget his name, but there's another medium psychic that, well, there is a medium psychic. It's a guy. I forget his name. But he predicted that if Kamala Harris won, that we would have interactions with aliens, extraterrestrials. But he said that if Trump won the presidency, that we would have world war. So I don't know. I mean, it's a little crazy with the political stuff. I used to keep up, but I don't know nothing about nothing anymore. Protecting my peace. And it's not that I don't care. By far, I used to care too much, and it just like would really kill me that I couldn't change the world, and that's a big weight to carry. But a lot of the government stuff is like very questionable. You're like, okay. I mean, come on, they told us that aliens are real during COVID. Well, everyone's worrying about potentially dying, maybe. You dump that out after you've been in denial for a zillion years. It's wild. Some wild stuff. Let me get off the bunny. I said it yesterday, but I saw a thing that said, where it was like, do you go down rabbit holes or something? And it had a chick riding like a ginormous bunny. Like, yes. I think I should paint the inside, but there'll be soil in there, so does it really matter? But I think I'm gonna too. I didn't paint the inside of the other one, but if I don't, then it'll get really dirty looking. And then as the soil goes down, I'll be able to see that white. So I'm just gonna paint it. Oh wow. I'm gonna move that over. Alright. Wild. What up, Maddie? Are you agreeing or are you being sarcastic? Oh, that's awful. It won't be that bad. I don't know if you've had it done before. Is this your first time? I had 2 different surgeries. What up, Maddie? I just finished the tell-all for 90 Day Fiancé current season. Them hoes ratchet. Don't trust a hoe. I would have fainted. Oh my god. That is awful. I honestly, oh my god, I feel like weird about that. I don't do blood. Like, I'm gonna warn anyone that's ever around me. Hopefully nothing ever happens and you're protected, and protection prayers for us all. Because if anything, that's not, I mean, paper cuts bleed a lot too. But if it gets crazier and it needs stitches, or like, I gotta get away. I literally will faint. Like, I cut my foot open as a kid and it scarred me for life. And my dad was too cheap to take me to the hospital. I'm pretty sure what that was. And finally he decided, he was like trying to get like butterfly stitches from like Walgreens or something. And finally it clicked in his head, like, maybe we should literally take her to the hospital. And he did the next day. And when I got there, I told this story before, I think to Andy actually. But when I got there, they were like, you waited too long essentially, so we can't do stitches. And I'm talking about, I was still bleeding. It was so fucking bad. And right before that happened, it had to have been like a week or 2 before. I don't remember the exact time frame, doesn't matter. But my cousin was doing like hair wraps. And she had put a hair wrap, of course I became a guinea pig, and I wanted one anyways, you know. And she did a hair wrap in my hair. And I was like a little ding dong, didn't think it through. And she went on like vacation or something. And I was just like, get it out of my hair. Something happened. And I was like, get it out. And I thought you could just cut it out. Like, I couldn't get it out, like, by unthreading it or something. I probably just wasn't doing it right. I was like 10. And I ended up cutting it out. So I had like this much of my hair, like, sticking up. So not only did the hospital probably think I was being like neglected, the nurse was like, I'll never forget this. The nurse was like, honey, what happened to your hair? I was dead. I still laugh about that. It's funny. Maybe you shouldn't have told the person that is getting their wisdom teeth out that. And I'm laughing. It's not funny. That's scary as F. Yeah, like, you're like, honey, I'll hold your hand from over here, but it ain't happening. I pre-warn people. Like, I literally, like, that's something I do, because I'm not well. When I literally cut my foot open, I had my bird on my shoulder outside, and I was pretending to be a bartender, at fucking 10. But I remember, and I was on this like under patio thing, because that's how a lot of the houses were in Tennessee. And my bird started freaking out, and she grew up like on the beach and stuff, so like she was like glued to your shoulder type of bird, really cool. But she started freaking out, and it scared me, and I dropped the glass, and I'm a dummy, and I stepped forward and literally sliced my shit open. And I remember my dad was on the phone with like my grandma or something, and I was like, Dad, Dad, and blood was like everywhere. Ugh, I'm like getting grossed out thinking about it. And I remember he started pacing back and forth, like just leaving me high and dry, pacing back and forth. He was freaking out too, for sure. And my aunt and grandma ended up coming over, and we did like this whole tour around like what felt like Tennessee, trying to like avoid going to the hospital because it was expensive then. It's expensive now. It was definitely still expensive then. And yeah, it was awful. It was so awful. I remember throwing up everywhere. Like I literally like had to sit down, and I was like gonna faint. Every time I give blood I faint too. It's just not good. There's a Hello Goodbye song. I used to love Hello Goodbye, and there's a song, I can't remember the name of it, but the melody lives in my head. Anytime they gotta, like, blood needs to be taken or whatever, like, I think of this song. I fainted during this song, and I remember the lady, like, screaming my name, and I woke up, and I'm like, I'm here, I'm here. Yeah, I think it's important to have a good or have someone that's going to take care of you coming out of anesthesia too. But to come out of anesthesia and then still feel the pain, what did they do? Did they like literally like hit you with some more anesthesia? Like, get out, get out. It's not funny. I was literally in a lot of pain. I had wisdom teeth and molar teeth removed, and I had like a straggler over here for way too long. Like it was like a baby tooth that just would not come out, and they ended up taking it out during the first surgery, but it was gonna jack my teeth up. The one thing I don't understand though, so I am still curious what happened entirely, is every time I go to the dentist, they literally ask me every freaking time, like, are you sure you got your wisdom teeth removed? I'm like, are you just trying to take my teeth? Like, what's going on? I'm like, yes, I got 2 surgeries because I had molars and wisdom removed. So either that or they just like, I don't even want to think about it sometimes, you know? But I had stitches for sure. The stitches feel like little whiskers in your mouth. It's gross. And they dissolve. The most important thing is to stock up on things that you need, like after as well. You need to have a good driver and maybe someone to stay with you the first day, and then you'll start feeling okay. It depends on how many teeth need to be removed, but the first time it was 4 on the top, and then the second time was the 4 on the bottom, so I was pretty jacked up. I remember starting junior year in high school, and I had a big ass bruise on the side of my face, looking like I got into a fist fight. And you know, I said you don't want to see what the other one looked like. Are they just telling all that and they're collecting our teeth like cats? Super weird. I remember finding my baby teeth as a kid, and I didn't know that the tooth fairy was not real yet, so I believed in the tooth fairy, and my fucking mom told me they were cat teeth, and I was even more weirded out. I still think about that, and I was like, she was trying to definitely, like, they were not cat feet. Maybe. I do not think so. I feel like they were my teeth. But she told me that to try to hide away the tooth fairy. And then my dad ended up ruining it. I think like a year later after that, I lost one of my teeth, but I really just like ripped it out of my mouth to get some money. And I went and showed my dad, and I'm like bleeding all over the place. That was like different though. I still didn't like blood like that, but like it's like in your mouth, so you're not seeing it actively. I mean, I guess it could drip out of your mouth, but we're not gonna go down this rabbit hole, you know. But I remember my dad was like, "You're kidding, right? Like the tooth fairy's not real." And I was mortified. I was like, "Well, who the hell's gonna give me my $5? You know?" Like. And he's like, "You can still get your mom." That's literally what he told me. What a champ he was. You still have all your baby teeth? Wild. I feel like that's just almost like a step away from voodoo, though. It's definitely, I feel like they do tell us all that. It could be accurate and we have jacked teeth, but like, I don't know. I remember seeing the x-rays and it definitely like left an impression in my head because I already cared about my teeth. I learned at a young age to take care of your teeth. That's what you got, you know? And, I was always adamant on taking care of my teeth. So when I saw those x-rays, I was like, get them out. Get them out. But is it accurate? I'm not anti-dentist though, by far. Definitely not. But there's some like things that we could be doing like home remedy wise to be helping like take away cavities. What? That aren't talked about as much. Instead, I feel like, you know, like we do get nickel and dime for a lot of stuff because people want to take care of their teeth too. You know what I mean? How many did both of you have removed? How many do you have removed for yours, Maddie? How's the new job? Oh my god. You're probably gone. I'm like asking to provide you the blue, you know? Wait, are you still here, Maddie? Like, were you here in the chat? I think you had left already last time when I was popping off and we couldn't even keep up with Trust in a Hoe. Literally, someone came in that had a moderator wrench so that I never modded. Are you here? Some wild stuff. If not, I'm not gonna tell the story. I'll wait. But some wild stuff. Fraggle is here. Fraggle's probably on a bus right now. I don't know why the inside's like turning a little bit different of the color. It's kind of weird. It's like adding like almost like black in there. I'm like, there's no black on the brush. Eat some good food and thanks for stopping in. And good luck with the wisdom teeth. It'll go well. It'll go well. Make sure you get the good foods. Soft foods. Ice cream is a fun time too, but you know, like yogurt and like crackers, like bread, like very, very soft stuff. They probably already told you all that, so listen to them for sure. And stay hydrated. It's gonna go well. It's gonna go great. Yeah. And if you're not 19, you will be hidden. I have to say it. I have to say it. Okay, I'm gonna let this one dry after I finish up this paint. For some reason that coat on the inside is looking a little weird. like the orange though. It almost looks like terracotta, but not. I think if I had mixed like this orange with a little bit of a maroon or something, then it would have looked like terracotta, but that's not what I'm going for here. Okay. Right, now for the gold. I'm gonna go back and touch everything up. Don't tell me they paid someone like $100 to spray paint this bench over here. I think there's 3, maybe 4 benches in here. Maybe more that I don't know about. But I know there's for sure 2. Dude's straight up spray painting it. I just feel like there's another paint you can use, but maybe spray paint is the best. I have no idea. But they overcharge for all the things. And then hire like blind men to do it. I like the gold. That's good. What the fudge? I really like the gold. I think these colors look good together. No. I forgot I did the pink in there. That is not done. I think I'm like obsessed with these colors together, and they could have all been one color. It'll take the fun out of it, you know? Alright, this definitely needs another coat. I don't know what I will plant in this, but it'll come to me. Sometimes you just gotta start things out and the rest unfolds. You know what I mean? Alright, I don't have to get too obsessive on the inside because I will put dirt in it. I just didn't want to see the white. It looks cute. Oh no. Drooling. Or this awesome planner. Oh shit. I like it. Looks good. I still have some golds in Ever Waste paint. Add a little bit more. Do I have any gold that needs to be done? Right. Looks good. guess I could touch up the dog's feet. Same color. We still have some gold. Oh, I didn't paint the middle. Maybe not the smartest idea. No, I need a little bit more gold. I am repainting a bunch of stuff that's like been here throughout the years that need new life. So my table is filled with a bunch of random projects. I just painted these little potters. I got an orange, a pink, and a gold. I painted these little birds yesterday. So collectively things that have survived throughout the years that can be revamped and not thrown away because they look bad, you know? And it gives myself a little creative break. I should say quack quack, don't come back. I was thinking about putting a little quote on it. You say welcome, but as we know, there's no welcomes around here. I'll encourage none of that shit. Quack quack, don't come back. That's a good one. It's important to make yourself laugh, you know? And if others laugh with you, then you did better than you thought. But it's important to make yourself laugh. And sometimes the laughs are just for you. Let this guy dry. Of course, I still have... Oh no, I used it most of it. Use the leftover on this brush. All right. I'm gonna go back. I did not paint the inside the pink. So go back to pink. looking good. So many things deserve second chances, so that is my purpose with repurposing these items. The world is overconsumed and too many things, and then just keep buying and buying and buying and buying. Some things can last, or just get some new paint and look brand new. This room's a little bit different, so it's a little bit harder to paint that edge in there. Maybe a little brush. One more layer, and then we're done. Okay, looking good. Oh, let me hit that spot. Alright, and now orange one more time. The orange inside did not turn out as great as the other ones. Definitely need some more in there. suffer. Oh, it's getting warm. About that time to start bringing the fan out here, y'all. Okay, I'm done because the inside doesn't matter. I keep telling myself that so I don't waste some paint on the inside. Okay. Maybe ready for some Raj Paj. I know I have a glue brush. No. Glue brush. That looks like a hot mess. Oh, shoot. When I did the last powder, it did not dry the way I wanted. So, I'll try a different method-ish. Fudge. I'm getting like paint on it from the other colors. Mother. The heck? Okay. Looking good, looking good. Oh, dang, I should have wash those first. This is done. Oh, shit. Notification. No on the box, so I need to paint that again. It's brutal out here. I need to go wash my brushes. So I still need to finish like the little gnome and a little fairy stand. These three technically. They're almost done. They just could use another layer, so story of my life. And I still need to do these flowers. The flowers need new life, but I don't know the color scheme on the flowers, so I really been putting them off. The duck is done, besides maybe a saying once again. We'll see. And these things are drying pretty well. There is a spot on the gold one that I got different colored paint on there. Let me see if I can fix that real quick. Couple spots. Weird noise. Okay, I'm done with that. We wash these brushes. They definitely need some washing, probably some more soaking. Right. Soaking the brushes. Put the phone on the charge.